big KOs, ranked number 10 in the world by the IBF. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, John Wesley Meekins. And in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, also weighing an even 140 pounds, from South Bend, Indiana, an excellent record as a professional, 40 victories, 7 defeats and 1 draw, 28 KOs, ranked number 12 in the world by the IBF. He is the NABF Junior Welterweight Champion, Harold Braizer.
And there you see that as we look over the rules, 10-point must scoring, 3 judges will score, the referee does not score. 3 knockdown rule, but there is no standing 8 count as there is here in New Jersey, and the rest are the same, no saving by the bell, and the doctor can stop the fight. I want you to know that there's that one change, no standing 8 count in this bout because of the NABF.
And because it's entitled go, and we're set to go, scheduled for 12, and this is round 1. Both men are listed as 5'9", though Braizer does look just a tad taller, but Meekins in blue, Braizer in black, trimmed in white. If our pre-fight information is correct, why Meekins would appear to be the best of it in the early going, and the longer the fight goes, Braizer thinks the better his chances are.
That is the theory, and I would tend to agree with that, although certainly Harold Braizer has the power to stun Meekins early. Now, John Meekins looks like he might want to box a little bit, and it's interesting. I haven't heard too many people say it, but Bruce Trampler from Top Rank, the coordinator for Top Rank, came over and said he thought that Meekins' chances improved in this bout if he boxed, because he thought he had a little more boxing skills than Harold Braizer. So we'll see what Meekins looks like he might be starting out to do.
Good left jab thrown by Meekins. Connect.
They both,
go ahead, excuse me.
They both have good jabs, and they both have good straight right hand. I think it might be some other punch that decides this fight.
At ringside, hearing people talk while this fight was still about away, why it seemed almost even money, but it was hard to pick a winner in this one. A good many people thought Meekins, and the others thought that Braizer has a lot of staying power and is a ring-wise, crafty veteran who can punch. And bear in mind that while he's 31, he is a very young 31, having started boxing only 5 or 6 years ago. Minute 30 remaining in round number 1. Meekins with the jab, throwing not one, but a couple. And Braizer throwing a punch, stepping back, and Meekins countering with a short right to the body. Well over a minute remaining in just the opening round.
John Meekins leaving himself open much less in the early going here than on other occasions. Fighting a more conservative fight, keeping his hands high, making sure he doesn't make any early mistakes.
Nice crowd on hand here at Resorts International in Atlantic City for this bout tonight. This is almost a classic first round, Al Bernstein. Each fighter trying to feel the other out to see what he can or cannot do or what might be available to him. Huh?
And I think the better the boxers, the more likely that's going to happen.
Well, Meekins landing some pretty good shots, and Braizer forcing the action, stepping into him. And one of the few clinches we've had here. They separate themselves. Seconds ticking away here in round number 1.
You got a good name, that's about it.
Nice jab by Braizer. Keeps his man off balance. And round number 1 is slowly ticking into the record book. The Big East, Providence and Seton Hall. Upset expert Seton Hall has the chance to knock Providence out of some possible contention for postseason tournament play. Now, St. John's is trying to avenge, I should say, a bitter 2-point loss to Syracuse. Now, Pittsburgh, with the win over Villanova, appears to have captured the Big East. But there are some very important games coming up here that could determine whether or not those clubs will be in postseason tournament play and possibly in postseason play. That'll be the doubleheader tomorrow night on ESPN. This is round 2. A Be interested in how you scored round number 1, Al Bernstein. I think our viewers would, too.
Me too. It wasn't easy.
No, I would think not, no.
Yeah, I did give a slight edge, very, very, very slight edge to Harold Braizer. And winning 10-9, only because of all the early work he did in that round with the jab.
This is scheduled for 12. This is the NABF championship bout. Braizer currently is the junior welterweight champion. Pretty solid right hand to the body thrown by Meekins and another. Now Meekins staggers and falls, but not from a punch. They just came into a clinch and fell away from each other, and no knockdown as referee Steve Smoger alertly and correctly tells the timekeeper at ringside.
There was a good combination by Harold Braizer. Both these fighters starting to get into the flow of this fight. Talked about round 1 being almost a classic feeling out process. Now they are really starting to use their combination.
Meekins throwing that jab out there. Pretty good, keeping Braizer off balance, getting off first, and keeping Harold from really doing anything.
Meekins has an excellent jab.
Meekins is 13-0. He has 2 draws, and his punching power is enormous. 11 knockouts out of his 13 wins. Now, bear in mind, out of the 40 victories that Braizer has, he's knocked out 28 guys. So these two fellows can call it a night and lights out with one punch. Minute and a half remaining in that.
You know what? They are both warming to the task now. Meekins has discovered he could... Oh, good uppercuts by both fighters. Meekins has decided he could land the jab and a straight right. Braizer knows he can get the left and right uppercuts.
Boy, they are just toe-to-toe. Good solid shot to the body by Meekins. This up close and not long-distance fighting, is that a benefit to either one of these two guys, do you think, Al?
Well, up close, some people think Meekins will benefit, and some think Braizer will, and they're both landing very well. I mean, it really is a toss-up. You know, Braizer, when he sat here and watched George Leach beat Meekins, or lose to Meekins, but do well in a couple of rounds, said he thought the uppercut was the punch to land. He's landed it against Meekins. There it is again. But John is getting the right hand on him.
Braizer going to the body a lot here in the early going. 30 seconds remaining. Look at that left hand. Meekins just keeps coming on. He's right in front of Braizer. Boy, they're not hard to find, are they? Right next to each other. Nice combination by Braizer. Meekins with that short jabbing left hand, uppercuts and jabs. Round 2 coming to a close.
I'm Duke. This is my car. These are my people.
The uppercut always a staple for John Meekins. He lands it. But Harold Braizer has really added it for this fight. And there he uses it and doubles up with the left hook.
And so we go to round number 3. Back to action live here at Resorts International. Braizer in the black trunks, trimmed in white. John Wesley Meekins in the all blue. And they're battling for Braizer's NABF junior welterweight title.
Braizer really insulted that Meekins rated ahead of him in the world. Good right by Braizer. Rated ahead of him in the world rankings when he's got the NABF belt.
Right. Meekins 10th and Braizer ranked 12th, and that is really a sore point. Braizer not quickly here in this round.
Good jabs and good rights to the body by Harold Braizer. I don't think he wants to let Meekins really establish that he can outpower him. Drops the right hand in again against Braizer.
If you've just joined us, we'll remind you that both of these men have knockout capabilities. Braizer's knocked out 28 men out of the 40 that he has defeated, and Meekins has knocked out 11 of the 13 that he has put away. He's undefeated in 15 bouts. He's got 2 draws, but boy, I tell you, they've each got a right hand that you can write home about.
And the only loss in a long, long time for Harold Braizer, several years, was the 10-round loss to Melder Taylor last year, and that was largely because of Taylor's quickness. He wasn't really beaten badly in that fight. It was a fairly close fight, just had trouble with the quickness.
Braizer covering up and working to the body, minute 30. This is round number 3. It's scheduled for 12. Braizer with kind of a peekaboo style as he has the gloves held very high defensively. Works to the body with the right hand.
Boy, both these boxers came equipped to use their jab tonight, and both have been using it very effectively.
We're into the closing minute here of this, the third round. Oh, nice combination by Meekins, and Braizer comes right back.
You talk about a fight that's going to be hard to score. I think this one, if it goes the distance, oh, good right by Meekins. This one will be the ultimate fight.
Oh, solid shots landed by Meekins. He senses he's got Braizer in some kind of trouble, jumps right at his man, has him against the ropes, and Braizer trying to look for some way out. He's going to have to employ all of the boxing skills he has, and they are considerable. He was covering up pretty good, comes back with a right hand of his own. 20 seconds and counting down remaining here in round number 3. This was not unexpected that Meekins might have the best of it in the early going. But we'll see whether Braizer can retaliate from this pretty good punch-out that Meekins is laying on him. We'll be back.
Once guys try the 24-hour protection of old...
Really had a fine round. In fact, so fine that when Braizer went to his corner with blood coming from his nose, his first comment was, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Drop a little bit to the
Well, he wanted to reassure his cornerman. He did get nailed with some big shots by Meekins. That excellent uppercut and the solid right hand. Those are the kind of punches by John Meekins that have been putting people down. You don't put Harold Braizer down so easily. Fine combination by Meekins. Really almost a replay of the last one.
All right, we come out for round 4, and Meekins fresh from a very solid third round. Braizer still showing the effects of it. There's a trickle of blood from his nose. Well, I tell you, Braizer's got a pretty good set of whiskers, Al Bernstein, if he could withstand several solid right hands and a couple of real great uppercuts right to the point of the chin.
Well, that's one of Braizer's many attributes. John Meekins, though, showing lots of confidence in that last round. And he's a banger. He's a puncher, I think. I mean, I think that's his... He's got boxing skills, but the main thing that sets him apart from other junior welterweights is that power. He can punch.
Again, the trickle of blood from the nose of Braizer as flows a bit more freely. But Meekins leaning in and chopped a good solid left on the point of the chin, hit him with a right. Now they fall into one of the few clinches we've had in this bout. We're in round number 4.
You know, Harold's doing something that he did in the Meldrick Taylor fight, not really letting go with his punches. He's a little tight with his punches. He's supposed to throw short punches, but in his case, he wants to let things air out a little bit. He's not doing it, and they're not having as much impact, those punches. See right there, those two short left hooks, but they weren't delivered with the body.
I'm of the opinion Braizer's more than holding his own here in this round, despite the fine third round that Meekins had, and with a minute 30 to go. Nice combination by Braizer.
Come on, hands up.
John Meekins fighting a little bit, even though he's getting hit in this round a lot more, has been fighting better defensively.
Minute remaining here in round number 4. Meekins in blue, Braizer in black. Braizer is the champion, in case you've just joined us. The NABF Junior Welterweight crown.
Braizer is counterpunching much better in this round.
Yep. Put in the context of the trouble he seemed to be in at the end of round 3. It's been a good performance. Now, those shots are being caught right on the glove of Braizer, so Meekins is not scoring nearly as effectively as you might think at first glance.
And remember Harold Braizer's bold prediction. Anything past round 6 is mine.
Yeah,
well,
said
we'll
it belongs to me, yeah.
He didn't know he was going to take that punishment like he did in round 3, though.
11 seconds remaining here in this, the 4th round. And round 4 comes to a rather quiet close. We'll be back to see about number 5.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes is America's cereal, pure and simple. They're light, they're crispy, they're full of flavor, they're nutty kind of crisp.
All right, the bell brings him out for round number 5. Meekins in blue, Braizer, the NABF Junior Welterweight champion, black, trimmed in white. It has been a very close fight. The scoring system here in New Jersey, whereby the winner of a round could get a 10-8 verdict even though he doesn't put the other man down, has got my ringside expert a bit perplexed here. You might have wanted to give Meekins a 10-8 count in that round, didn't you?
In the third round,
yeah.
I probably should have given John Meekins a 10-8 round, only because that's the way the judges are probably going to score it. Because he did hurt Braizer and landed some real good shots toward the last 45 to 50 seconds. But I've got it even because I gave Braizer the last round by a point. So just bear that in mind as the fight goes on. That third round may well have been a 10-8 round.
For Meekins, the young man in blue. All right, could be a factor in the fight. See Meekins' knockout ratio. And we're talking about 13, actually 15 fights, 2 draws, 13 wins, and 11 of those by knockout. Puts him right up there in the paint card, 73%. On the other hand, why Braizer at 31, this is his 49th professional fight. He's 40 wins, 7 losses, and a draw. He's knocked out 28 men of the 40.
You know, I don't think Harold Braizer is really, he's not a bad inside fighter, but I've never thought that's where he should fight. And I think from the outside, when jabbing, throwing a straight right hand, and occasional left, that's where he's really effective.
Well, this is the 5th round, and as this fight progresses now, with a little under a minute 30 remaining, it'll be interesting to see if he does step away from Meekins and go to the jab and fight him at long range like that.
Yeah, and that's where he's effective. He throws combinations to the outside. Meekins, I think, physically is stronger on the inside. That's where he wants to be.
Well, now he's doing, look at him now. He jabs, steps away, counters.
Exactly
and,
it.
Huh? Look at
He
that.
must have heard me.
Well,
look at how well he does.
Yes. This is a very fine example of just what you said Braizer does so well. And now look at him. He's trying to keep off the ropes and shove Meekins away. And by the same token, I think Meekins desperately wants to get inside because that's where he's at his best. And he's all over Braizer. Won't give him a chance to get set now. Braizer covering up.
And Harold holding on the inside, not wanting to give Meekins a chance to punch there.
Well, he's going to have to be at his best with a half minute remaining here now to stick that jab out, keep Meekins away. Solid right hand thrown by Braizer and 2 very good lefts to the body thrown by Meekins that preceded him.
Tell you what, though, that right hand bounced right off Meekins' head. Didn't seem to hurt him, but Braizer's had a good 5th round.
He has indeed. Handful of seconds remaining, and now Meekins coming on strong, but Braizer slipping away as the round comes to an end.
Your new Mitsubishi Color TV is on sale now at
Meekins. And it did not seem to do that much damage to Meekins.
Meekins in blue, Braizer in black, trimmed in white. Neither man has been down, though Meekins had Braizer in trouble. It appeared to us, and I believe to Braizer's people, just at the close of round number 3. Now, as we've told you, or in case you've just joined us, you're hearing it for the first time, Braizer's of the opinion that anything past round 6, he says, belongs to me. That would mean, Al, that he's, as you so expertly put, going to have to stay at long range, jab, throw that right hand behind the jab, throw some combinations, and keep Meekins backing up. There are a few fighters can really fight backing up.
And I don't think John Meekins is one of them. I think he needs to be coming forward, using that raw power and that strength of his.
And he is tough and strong if you let him get inside, too.
Now, John Meekins has a good jab, but I just think Braizer has the skills from the outside to work on him.
Good left hand by Braizer, and he came right behind it with the right flush on the chin. It's quite obvious, though, Meekins can take a punch.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that right hand showed it. But see, the key in this fight is so can Braizer. The reason that's the key is Meekins is used to hurting people with the kind of punches he landed in the 3rd round. He's used to putting them out.
Yeah.
He didn't, obviously.
I also wonder, going through the minds of these 2 guys, Braizer 31, Meekins 21, if Braizer might have said, boy, this young guy is really tough, and maybe 10 years is too much. On the other hand, maybe Meekins said, hey, this old guy knows how to fight, and this is some tough cookie I'm in with. Nice combinations by Braizer.
I think it was probably a little bit of both on the part of each man. But in this round, Harold Braizer's fighting strategically a very good fight.
Fighting his fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
His best fight. I mean, the best things he has. Minute remaining here. Oh, yes. Nice combination.
Now, there was a key sequence because Meekins came in with the right and was nailed with 2 good counter punches. A low blow by Braizer.
Braizer with that jab, keeping Meekins off balance, getting off first.
You know, there's a little nick around the right eye of Meekins, and it's bothered him in the corner. It's nothing bad, but he's not a guy that cuts. I think it disturbed him a little bit to have any cut.
Closing 30 seconds here of round number 6. This is vintage Braizer, isn't it?
Oh, this is as nice a round of boxing as I've seen from Harold in a long time, and he's had some good ones.
Yep.
Because he's in against a quality guy.
Yep. Oh, a nice move there. Coming down to the close of round number 6, scheduled for 12. We'll see about round 7 after this.
There's the right, but look at this. 2 good counter shots by Meekins, and that's a good example of the boxing skills of Braizer in the last round.
And you know, Braizer, his corner was saying, it's beautiful. You can hit him with that right hand anytime you follow that jab with it. And Susan seems to be right on top of his game over there. Of course, Meekins may have something to say about it before this fight is over. But Braizer had his head up. He was watching Meekins. He kept him away. Had a very good round, I thought.
An excellent 6th round.
Now look at Meekins coming right out, trying to get on top for now.
And that's the posture John Meekins needs. Braizer, now I've got Braizer ahead by 2 points. Bear in mind, he might be ahead only by 1 on the judges because of that 3rd round where it might have been a 10-8 round for Meekins.
Yep.
In any case, there's no question Braizer has come on in the last couple of rounds.
This is round number 7. It's scheduled for 12. Braizer is the NABF junior welterweight champion. He's in the black trunks. And Meekins in the blue.
You know, if this goes to decision, strangely, a pivotal round might be round 1, which was a very difficult one to score. You see here, Meekins, it's interesting. Meekins knew what happened to him in the last round. He understands that he can't fight that kind of fight, so he's doing things uncharacteristic even, just bullying his way in, which he wouldn't normally do. Just get inside where he can get in these kind of exchanges with Braizer. And the reason Meekins is getting in there is twofold. One, Braizer isn't jabbing as much, and when he does jab, John is getting underneath it and getting right inside. There, Meekins jabs his own way in, and that's important.
Well, now, Braizer is always in great shape. He's a fine trainer. He's always in good condition. You would think the success he had in round 6, Al, that he would just come back out and not even allow Meekins to get any closer than the end of his left jab.
Well, part of it has been the will of John Meekins. He has just come in. Now there, look at that, 3 good shots. Does that stop Meekins? No. So that may answer our question about that last thing.
Now, if you think this fight has kind of deteriorated, it's only because of the 2 styles that are being employed. Meekins bullying his way in, and Braizer, when he lets him get in there, tying him up. Now, if Braizer keeps him at long range and flips out that left and follows it with the right, why, it's going to be a pretty good boxing lesson he'll give Meekins. But Meekins is pulling his way in, and then it ends up in a holding and kind of wrestling match like this.
I tell you, the key here is Braizer. There's the jab, but he's really not throwing it with conviction. He's looking to load up with the left. A good uppercut by Braizer.
Half a minute remaining here in this, the 7th round.
And these exchanges on the inside are close.
Braizer tried to nail him with that right hand coming in. Caught him partially with it. Good, nice left. The right was blocked, but the 2 lefts landed. Good combinations by Braizer as he's spinning Meekins around. Braizer showing his considerable boxing skills here, Al, and this will bring us to the end of round number 7. Miami and Florida State, both battling for a postseason berth. North Carolina and Duke, 2 of the best in the country. Maybe North Carolina is the best. They both may be showing you a preview of the Southeastern or the Atlantic Coast Conference tournament. And UCLA against USC. Throw the past performances out when these 2 get together.
You've seen a few of those games, haven't you? Now, we, in the last round, saw some good combinations by Harold Braizer as the Meekins came in.
And now we're back live, round number 8. Meekins again rushing across the ring to get in close against Braizer and tie him up and try to use probably is a bit stronger inside. He certainly is a better fighter inside than he is at long range.
And that's what he wants to do. Let his hands go to the body of Harold Braizer. And that's what Jimmy Glenn told us. You've got to throw punches, John. That may sound like ridiculously simple instructions, but Meekins just wasn't letting his hand go when he's on the inside, and certainly wasn't punching the body. Now he is.
And Braizer's letting him do it. He suddenly has fallen into the same thing we saw in the first 2 or 3 rounds, Al. Letting Meekins get in and use his youth and his obvious strength inside. Braizer's got to box him, jab with that left, keep him away. He can't afford to get caught up against the ropes. He's got to fight this fight in the middle of the ring, I think.
Now, Braizer, however, realizes that he might let Meekins expend all this energy, bull in on the inside. Now, look, Braizer's doing a good job on the inside.
Beautiful combinations by Braizer. And he takes a raft of punches in exchange.
Boy, here is the dilemma people have had about John Meekins. He's got tremendous power, but he can be hit. And if he doesn't knock a guy out and faces a good, quick puncher like Braizer, they wondered what would happen. Well, part of what they're saying is he is getting hit by Braizer quite a bit, but he's also landed. Oh, nice uppercut by Braizer.
Nice combinations by Braizer. Left and a right to the body. Minute 30 to go here in round 8. He came right back with it again. Left and right. Meekins comes inside. Braizer again with left, following him up with an uppercut right. Meekins trying to work his way inside.
I'll tell you what, I'll say right now, if this fight goes the distance and continues going anything like the way it's been now, we are headed for a split decision that a lot of people are going to hate, one way or the other.
Well, this is round number 8, and it's scheduled for 12. Minute remaining here in this, the 8th, and Meekins and Braizer both showing the effects. Boy, it has been a tough 8 rounds to hear. Nice punching by Braizer. Catching Meekins coming in, befuddling him a bit, moving him around.
Braizer's still not using the jab as much as he ought to, though, I think.
Half a minute remaining. Nice work with the left hand there. Braizer. Dangerous spot for Braizer to be in. Letting Meekins get him up against the rope. As long as he keeps moving and punching. That'll bring us to the end of round number 8. We'll be back after this.
Bob, I need a trainer.
Corner with John Meekins. You can see neither he nor...
Yo, Tim, tell this guy, I'm supposed to leave my head there for him to hit me?
No, you move your head.
Braizer are really marked up.
You gotta move your head. All right? You slip.
Frustration in the corner of Meekins. This is what Meekins did early, those 2 left hooks downstairs to the body. He stopped doing that. And you can hear Jimmy Gunn saying, got to move your head. And Meekins said, you think I want to leave my head there for him to hit?
This is round number 9, scheduled for 12. Meekins trying to force his way inside against Braizer. His best round was the 3rd. Braizer had a magnificent 6th round.
And so far, Harold Braizer proving to be something of a prophet, because I think he has done well here in these recent rounds since the 6th. He claimed he would do well, and he has. Not that Meekins hasn't landed some good shots. Good hook by Meekins.
Yeah.
Swelling under the right eye of John Meekins.
Braizer's going to have to get that jab out there and keep Meekins off. Keep backing him up. Neither man has been down, though Meekins was, had Braizer in trouble in the last half minute of round number 3. Braizer weathered that storm. I think has a slight edge in this bout now as we battle away here in the night. Nice combination by Braizer. He's in the black, trimmed in white, and Meekins in the blue. Minute 30 left here in round number 9.
Now there, Meekins jabbed his way in and then threw 3 shots to the body. That is exactly what he wants to do. And he needs to double jab his way in.
21, and Braizer is 31, and Braizer has the NABF, North American Boxing Federation Junior Welterweight title. It's on the line here tonight.
And that, of course, is not a world title, as evidenced by what it says, but both these men feel they can get a world title shot if they were to win this fight.
Yep.
And I think would deserve one.
Good right hand run into the heart thrown by Braizer. Boy, that's got to sting.
He can go to the body.
Yeah. A punch possibly overlooked, but boy, when catch one like that and you just wonder where the breath went. Half a minute remaining. I'll say this for Braizer. He's standing toe-to-toe with this young kid and giving as good as he's getting, maybe a little bit better. This is a tough guy, isn't he? Nice combinations by Braizer. Good boxing skills, and round 9 comes to a close.
The champions presented by Old Spice after shave and cologne.
There weren't a lot of people in the world who thought I was going to beat the great Sugar Ray Robinson. I felt that I'd worked hard and that I'd studied well and that I had everything in order, and I felt within myself that I could do it. Anytime anything works out the way you plan, it's got to be great, and this worked out every bit as good as we'd planned, and I had the middleweight championship, so it was a great thrill.
What kind of man whistled the Old Spice tune?
He is my daddy. My practically
The American man, and he'll never change his tune.
And I love him for it.
Old Spice.
Out they come for round number 10. Meekins in blue, Braizer in black. Instructions in Meekins' corner were explicit, Al. Go to the body, and I mean a hand on the right side and one on the left. Bang him twice and then come upstairs.
And that's what he's doing. You see, he's getting inside, throwing his hands to the body, and then the head will be open. That's what Jimmy Glenn was telling him. And he was right about that, especially early in the beginning of the round. Now, I've got Braizer ahead by a fairly wide margin. Remember, as I said, in the third round, I thought it could have easily been a 10-8 round, and probably wasn't the judges, so add one more point there. So it's probably more like a 3-point margin. There were a couple of close rounds, so don't decide because of that scoring that John Meekins is hopelessly behind. He's not.
And this is round 10, 3 rounds to go. Nice left hand thrown by Braizer. That may have hurt Meekins.
But as Braizer continues to box like this, he could be hopelessly behind in a little while.
And a good left and right. Nice combinations. In exchange, Meekins missing as Braizer pumps away at him, but Meekins, tough and young, comes back and throws some nice combinations of his own.
Whatever. You know what? This is an outstanding boxing match. Good uppercuts by Meekins.
Drives Braizer in the ropes above us and tries to hold him there. Steve Smoger, the referee, done an excellent job. Separates these men. Good left hand by Braizer. Minute 30 to go.
Meekins went downstairs with the left, then came with the right hand to the head of Braizer. The 10-round limit is as far as John Meekins is going. He had to go 10 to beat Joey Farrell.
Nice combination by Meekins. Drives Braizer back.
I point out that Braizer also has never been past 10, but he has been 10 a number of times.
Good right hand by Meekins. Right to the body. A left to the body by Braizer. Nice combinations. Solid shots thrown by Braizer. Meekins trying to work to the body.
Oh, man, this is an outstanding round, and this one won't be easy to score.
Referee cautions each man. Half a minute remaining.
Braizer giving him just enough movement on those ropes to make it hard for Meekins to nail him with body shots.
May have thrown a low one in there, but he came back and he's nailed Meekins with some solid combinations. Now the jab working nice. Round 10 just about in the books. 5 seconds remain. And that brings us to the close of round number 10. Round 11 and 12 yet to be fought between these two in a very, very close, a very tough battle for this NABF junior welterweight crown. I don't think we expected anything else but, though, eh, Al Bernstein?
No, this is definitely as close as we expected. Harold Braizer spinning Meekins around a little bit and landing the good left hook. And you see him throwing those combinations. The first two didn't land, but the last one did. As we head into round 11, for Harold Braizer, it's certainly the most important 2 rounds of his career. And for John Meekins, the same is true, although you expect him to have more at the age of 21 and more chances than Harold Braizer.
Braizer up, dancing and moving here. We'll see if the strategy and the plan works. Now he's back flat-footed, sitting right down.
Pete Susan told Braizer everything off the jab and spin him when he gets on the inside.
Oh, he took a solid left hand flush in the face. Thrown by Meekins.
Cut over the right eye of Harold Braizer that was opened early in the fight, just now reopening a bit. Oh, good left hand underneath by Meekins.
Braizer was in trouble in round number 3. His nose really, though it bled rather copiously right at the end of that round, really hasn't been any kind of a debilitating factor in this fight. Hasn't been a problem for him.
Now in this round, Meekins doing very much what they want him to do, digging that left hook to the body and the head. Braizer fighting on the inside with him.
Well, he's courting a lot of trouble doing that, although he's held his own for the most part in there, but he's much better at longer range.
He is taking some big left hooks and straight right.
Yes, he is.
John Meekins.
Meekins forces him to the ropes and forces his way inside. And
you know, I don't want to wax too enthusiastic here, but this tells you a lot about the heart and the character of John Meekins. And he's been getting a boxing lesson for the last 5 or 6 rounds. Oh, he takes a big uppercut, but he is pouring in, trying everything to win this fight from Harold Braizer.
Coming down to the 1 minute mark.
And he's had to throw the form chart away. Oh, but that right hand, you can see Meekins spend a lot of energy early in this round. Will Braizer take the second half of it now, or last?
So far he is, Al Bernstein. So far he is. Well, what a tough competitor this Braizer is. At 31, in great condition. Must be noted, a young 31. He started late in life as a professional fighter.
Now remember, Meekins won the first 2 minutes of this round fairly big, but Braizer, look at him come back here in this last minute.
Makes it tough to score. Half a minute remaining.
Well, I still give it to Meekins because he did some good work over the first 2 minutes, but nevertheless, Braizer did a good job on him.
Right above us, on the ropes. And round number 11 will be over. 1 more to go for the title.
What kind of man whistled the Old Spice tune?
He's my dad.
To decide it all, it's a very close bout to be sure. And I would imagine that it's going to be from bell to bell for both of them. There's nothing to be saved. They can't waste these 3 minutes.
Not at all. John Meekins really did a good job early in this round. There you see him landing 2 good shots, though one was blocked by Harold Braizer. And for John Meekins, round 12, I think he has got to believe that he's got to do something dramatic. Although it could very well be close enough. Oh, tremendously hooked by Braizer.
Round 12, I think it's all out for both of them. I don't think Braizer can coast, and Meekins, if indeed we've seen the fight in any way, manner, shape, or form like the judges, may be behind and can't afford to coast for these 3 minutes. Braizer, on the other hand, can't allow Meekins to handle him in this fight.
No, Braizer with some good shots. While Braizer doesn't want to coast, he also can box. Now, he is good, landing good shots from the outside, but he does not want to, I don't think, mix it up too much with Meekins.
Well, I tell you, he is finding Meekins a very available target
right
here
now
in the early portion of this round, Al.
The fatigue is apparent in John Meekins. He's tired right now, and Harold Braizer talked about it. He said, I would be stronger at the end. Right now, he looks to be.
He's got him hurt. He had him holding on. We'll see whether or not Braizer can indeed take the 12th round and continue to be the NABF junior welterweight champ. Boy, Meekins does look tired, doesn't he?
swelling now around both eyes, and it's a different John Meekins here in this 12th round. Harold Braizer's been there before. He's been so close to big opportunities. I don't think he wants to let it slip by.
Boy, a very big opening minute of round number 12 for Harold Braizer. He's in black. Meekins, the young guy in blue, not about to just disappear. Although both men appear to be very tired, Meekins appears to be a little more tired.
And there he comes back with 3 good shots. You know, you want to win the last minute of the last round instead of the first minute, even though Braizer was very impressive. And Harold now winded.
Coming down to the last minute here in round number 12.
They are both so tired.
Boy, it's been a good fight.
Oh,
it has really been every bit as good as advertised. Braizer just hammering away at Meekins, who's battling back with everything he's got left. We're in the closing minute, round number 12. Every bit as good as advertised. What a corking good go we've had here tonight at Resorts International. Meekins almost content to hang on a little bit out.
And Braizer, again, after that very quick start, has been holding a lot here. Still landing some, but big
good left hand by Meekins, indeed. 20 seconds remaining.
If this round was the one to decide it, I don't know. Been very close.
Has indeed.
Big right by Braizer.
And a left. And he's hammering at Meekins, holding him and smacking him with the free hand as the seconds tick away in round 12, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Wesley Meekins.
They're on their feet cheering this one. Braizer and Meekins on their feet, this crowd. Boy, what a good fight.
And as you look at John Meekins, he's not sure of the outcome. They're more sure in Harold Braizer's camp. They think he won this fight. I think they're fairly confident of it. They were holding his hands aloft. And you know what's interesting? Harold Braizer early in the 12th round just looked like he had it all over John Meekins. He did land some extremely good shots and was really the fresher of the two fighters. Pushing him back with a number of shots. Meekins was able to come on later in the round. And really, I thought Harold hit the wall there for a while. That's my final scoring, but obviously it's not official. The judges are the ones that are going to have to do the scoring. And I believe that you look back at some key rounds. You look back at round 1, which was a very close one. You look back at round 3,
which might have been a 10-8.
Might have been a 10-8 round for Meekins. Okay, and then you have to look at that 12th round, which we're going to see part of it. Meekins coming in and taking some shots from Braizer, but Meekins did come on toward the end of the round, which might have made it, close round. I had an even round, despite this flurry by Harold Braizer. So you look at individual rounds and you see where there are places where the tide could shift a bit.
Well, the judges' cards are being tabulated. Michael Buffer has them and the important decisions. So without further ado, let's go to Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Resorts International Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, here is the official scoring. We have a unanimous decision to this NABF Junior Welterweight Championship bout. John Potere scores about 116 to 112. Harry Cicchini scores it 116-112. And Al DeVito has it 116-113 for the winner. And still, champion Harold Braizer.
Well, that's an interesting and almost complete 116-112, 116-112, 116-113 decision. Braizer still has it. We'll be back right after this.
It's the dawn of a brand new day.
Introducing new
Sports Center will be next on ESPN. Gail Gardner and Chris Berman. And to recap for you tonight, Mickey Ward, a split decision winner. He stays unbeaten over Hilario Mercedes. Ward is still undefeated in the junior welterweight ranks, the young man out of Lowell, Massachusetts. And in a bout you just saw, continuing as the junior welterweight NABF title holder, Harold Braizer with a unanimous majority decision over John Meekins. The decisions 116 to 112, 116 to 112, 116 to 113. A corking good fight, and I've got to say for my broadcast partner Al Bernstein, he had it scored just about right all the way down the line. So a magnificent fight. In fact, both of them, the Ward win over Mercedes and the other one, the win by Braizer, also a dandy. For Al Bernstein, I'm Tom Kelly. Hope you've enjoyed being with us at Resorts International. So long for now. Top Rank Boxing from Resorts International has been brought to you tonight by Budweiser, the genuine article. Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By Old Spice deodorant and antiperspirant. Switch now to the long-lasting protection of Old Spice in stick, solid, or aerosol. And by new Sun Spray Coast. Same great Coast lather, but a whole new scent. Join us next week in Las Vegas when Luis Santana, the NABF welterweight king, meets Tommy Ayers, the division's top contender. Santana took charge of the crown with a one-sided win over Alan Braswell in a bout at Lake Tahoe. A steady barrage by Santana gave him the NABF welterweight championship. Meantime, Tommy Ayers returned to the ring after nearly a year's absence. He was in top form as he handled the eager but outmanned Rigo Lopez with ease. Next week, Tommy Ayers and Luis Santana for the NABF welterweight title. You'll see it in Las Vegas.